just rolled up to RJ Fab, checking in with Rob and the boys here on the General jet ski build. So dreamed up this build a long time ago. Been dicing around the ideas of building it, and now we're here checking on it for the first time, dropping off the jet ski to get fitted on the back of the General. So I'm super excited about this build. Obviously Rob runs a top-notch shop here with all his guys, so gonna kind of check out the craftsmanship and kind of lay some things out to see where we're gonna keep going with the build.
What's up, dude? Dude, that's pretty slick. It's gonna be cool, I think. I think it's gonna expedite everything a lot, you know, just push us forward quite a bit. The ski actually goes on this, and this whole assembly slides off. So this will stay, and then this assembly is what comes down to here. Because I want you to be able, so I'm hoping we can get it to lock in place, because I want you to be able to ride up on it. And then we just want to make sure cage-wise, height-wise, we want you to sit in it and just see if cage-wise design. I'm not a huge radius fan, so I like to do just a real gentle little radius. If you want a Volkswagen, we'll buy a Volkswagen. That's how I look at radius.
No, I'm with you. No, it looks super clean. I love the cage.
I think we're dialed 1,000%.
Dialed?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got like this much room. Perfect. So, yep.
So next step for this thing is back in here, we're going to be adding storage down here. I have a spot for a cooler, tackle box, tools, even a transfer tank for fuel to refuel the jet ski. Also be adding detent pins to this, that way it's spring loaded and it locks automatically when you go up or down to release it. Need to mount our winch so we can lower it down easily, lift it back up easily. And the next will be doors, close out panels, and just seal it all up.
Part one, that's a wrap. They're getting back to work. So I'm so stoked. It like makes me smile and laugh every time I see this build. It's gonna be so fun. Probably get me into trouble, probably some spots I shouldn't be jet skiing, but stoked. We'll bring you back along part way. They're supposed to be done here in about 25 days with this part, with their part of it. We're gonna finish it at my shop, some of the small wiring and odds and ends like that, but they're gonna try to finish their part up in 25 days. So stoked to see it come together. So as you're watching this video, we're just kind of explaining the build process as it goes, because everyone loves the build videos. They ask me, hey, do a build video. Well, it's hard to do a build video over the course of 3 months time, you know, because we're trying to fit in the build as we're racing and doing everything else. So this build is through a couple different days. So now we're getting ready to take the cage off. We're adding some light bar tabs up for the rigid up top, a couple other small things, taking the cage off, powder coating it, installing the suspension, gonna powder coat the Walker wheels, mount them on the 35s, Velocity Series shocks for this General. The goal of building this car is going to spots with a jet ski that no one's really either been able to get to before or hasn't been able to get to before, and making it easy. Taking your pickup down a long, blown out road is not gonna be the jam, so this is the vehicle for it. And sometimes we're gonna maybe get into some dicey spots where it requires some lights. So rigid lights leading the way. We got the Radiant Series that's gonna have like a blue backlit on it, as well as some Rockford pod speakers that'll have a blue backlit. Everything's just gonna have a little touch of that blue, give it that pop. And I think we might even bring some scene lights on site. So if I wanna go jet skiing at night, fire up a generator and kind of use the scene light, the spotlight to light the way. So it's gonna be just an all-purpose vehicle. Stoked to have Rigid on board this build as well. My best guy, actually I'll show you my best guy. Ronnie put the back on for me, and this is what happens when Ronnie works on your rig. Like, is he done? Is he not done? The socket is still on the nut, Ronnie, so we gotta know, is this tight? Are you gonna tighten it up when we get back from Crandon, or what's going on here? But my best guy, Ronnie, got the portals installed on the back. So literally, I'm thinking right here is actually the ride height of the car. So obviously, it's gonna go up a little bit once we get the tires and wheels mounted, but when the car settles on the ground with the big jet ski in the back, we're getting some Velocity Series walkers redone. Also have that little bit of blue on it. So really stoked on how everything's gonna tie together on this car. Throwing a kind of a custom wrap at it as well. Something totally different. I can guarantee that this is not what people expect they're seeing at the sand show. I posted a little sneak peek of what's coming, and people are not expecting a jet ski General. So really stoked to see what everyone thinks of it. Not sure it's the Dune Goon crowd. You know, paddle tires and lighted whips, but hey, stoked to see what everyone thinks about it. Well, the General ski is finally finished up. We're here at the Sandsport Super Show. What a thrash it was to get it ready. Grabbed it from Lil Michael's Customs, drove straight here, but man, I couldn't be more stoked with the way it turned out. People are already asking a ton of questions about it, so I'm stoked with the way it turned out. It's unique, one-off, and very different, which is what we were going for with this build. Something just out of the box, going wherever we want with our jet skis. So over the top stoked. Jet trim killed it with the seats. I think they fit the build perfect. The wrap, absolutely badass. The BF235 just kind of tie it all together. So super happy with the finished product, and I'm already ready for the show to be over so we can get it in the dirt.